Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. With immense pleasure, I welcome you all to the Chennai Toastmasters Club meeting number 824. The mission of every Toastmaster Club is to provide a supportive and a positive learning experience in such a way the members are empowered to improve their communication skills and leadership qualities, hence resulting in greater personality growth and self-confidence. Members of Toastmasters are guided by a set of essential core values: integrity, respect, service, and excellence. Before moving on to the meeting, I would like to brief upon certain rules which is to be followed. Kindly keep your mobile phone on silent mode. Do not talk about taboo topics such as politics, sex, and religion. Kindly sit in a silent atmosphere so that you can hear the speakers clearly. Kindly be on mute until it is your turn to speak. If you have any message to be shared or conveyed during the meeting, kindly use the chat box below. We strongly advise to have your videos turned on for a convivial meeting experience. Please rename yourself with prefix saying TM for Toastmasters and guest, the role player played in the meeting followed by. I hope everyone is all set and get set ready to into the meeting. Now it's time to introduce the presiding officer for today. Today, presiding officer is a Toastmaster Lakshmi Narayana. He's a software engineer and a passionate Toastmaster who loves trekking and driving. He's our current Vice President Education. The virtual stage is yours, Toastmaster Lakshmi Narayana.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vignesh, for this kind introduction. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and esteemed guests. Remember to celebrate milestones as you prepare for the road ahead. It's a quote from Nelson Mandela. The reason I mentioned this quote is we are heading towards another milestone meet next week, because Toastmasters journey for everyone who get to know each other and improve public speaking skills. And this journey continues, and all the meetings are equally important in our journey. So also today's meeting. And with this note, I welcome you all and formally declare open the Chennai Toastmaster meeting number 824. I would like to recognize the presence of our area C4 director, DTM Venu Nilagandan. And I also like to recognize the presence of our District 120 Mentor Pool Chair and a charter member for Chennai Toastmasters Club, distinguished Toastmaster Nina Janman. Welcome you all. Thank you. So I think before going on to further thing, I just want to look for the guests around. I will get the guest introduction before going to start the meeting. So we have a guest Saran. Guest Saran Sundar, are you there? Please, can you give a small intro about yourself?
Hello, sir. Hello, everyone. A warm good evening to one and all. Sir, am I audible?
Yes, you are audible. You can go ahead.
Thank you, sir. I'm A. Renuka Parameshwari from Dharmaburi, sir. Okay. I'm working as a guest lecturer in Government Arts College, Dharmaburi. For the past 10 years, I'm in the field of teaching, and now I just want to improve my public speaking skills. That's why I'm joining in these meetings, sir.
Oh, okay.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much. We'll get your feedback by the end of this meeting, I think. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Our next guest, Prasad, are you there? Prasad? Okay, let me move on to another guest. Guest Stephen. Guest Stephen, are you there? Okay, it's unmute. And guest Natraj, please can you introduce yourself?
Hi sir, good evening to all. This is Natrajan. I am from Chennai, currently working as a cluster head in bank. So just I want to know about the Toastmaster, how it works, and I want to improve my communications on that same way with the people like expert with you. So I believe by interacting regularly, I can improve my public speaking.
Sure. Welcome to Chennai Toastmasters Club meeting. Please stay with us for next 1 hour, 1.5 hours. and we'll expect your feedback as well. Thank you so
Thanks.
much. Okay, I think we are done with the guest introduction. Okay, we can move on to the formal meeting again. And now it's time to begin the meeting. And today we have our Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Srikanth Krishnan, who is into central government service, a public speaker, a corporate trainer, and a spiritual aspirant. And today he has a very, very interesting theme, and I'm sure he is going to reveal the purpose of the theme to us. I welcome Toastmaster Srikanth to take over the stage. Over to you, sir.
Good afternoon, everybody. God bless you. Thank you for coming in this afternoon. Thank you, presiding officer. Even before we go into the formal meeting, I have a very big request to each and every one of you to unmute your audio and give a big round of applause. Hold. It's 18 years we have chartered this club in the year 2004, April 22nd. 18 years of unblemished, high standard, high quality club. Chennai Toastmasters was established, and even today, the standard that is being held by Chennai Toastmasters Club, which was the first club to have been chartered in Tamil Nadu, is something that every club that I have been visiting and speaking aspire to be. It is all because of the chartered members who had a vision that this club should go to great heights and to make this club a role model or a towering club where other clubs can aspire to become. And I'm also honored that we have one of the members in this meeting, distinguished Toastmaster Nina John, along with other veteran Toastmasters who have been instrumental in making this club possible. Now, please let us all a big round of applause for this journey, which is taking shape across the globe and becoming a role model club for all of us to be proud about. Please give yourself a big round of applause. Thank you very much. Well, what I would like to share with you is there are two powers that each one of us are being given in our life. And we need to deal with these two powers every day. The millionaire as well as the pauper. Every one of us are given this power, which cannot be controlled, which cannot be stopped, but can be managed. My dear friends, the only constant that we have in our life that has been given to us by our Creator is birth and death. And in between these two, we are given a very powerful instrument that all of us are having. That's time and change. None of us can stop time. None of us can stop change. All that you can do with that is how you manage your time and how you manage your change. We are here of how we have been managing our time all through our journey called life. And what we become in the future is how we manage our time from now on to the future. And we can be proud about how we have been all through our life managing time and change. What I would like to share with you is, how do we manage this time? Let me make it very simple for you throughout this meeting when I get a chance to speak to you, that how we can manage our time and how we can manage a change so that our life is with a purpose and we are here to give back, as I always say, to the human community what we are blessed with by the Creator. Today's meeting has three very important segments. We start off with a prepared speech where we have two speakers who would be giving their speech based on the projects that they've chosen, and they'll be having certain criteria to be met in their speech. You'll be hearing them soon. The second is going to be the table topic session, which is a very interesting, though all the entire meeting is going to be interesting, but this is something which is going to be very interesting for the guests. You would be called along with the Toastmasters who are present and given a topic, and you would need to speak on that for a minute or two. Any random topic which none of us will be knowing until the moment when the table topic master gives you the topic. And the third is the finale, where we wait for the results after we have finished our exams or we are waiting for something interesting to hear, is the general evaluation. And I also request our members to stay beyond the meeting. We are having our semi-annual elections today. We need you to participate and we need you to cast your precious vote and to make this club move forward with a brand new set of leaders who can usher in a lot of change and a lot of credibility to our club. So before we go into the prepared speech, beg your pardon, there is a Toastmaster who's going to evaluate the entire meeting right from the word go. We call him the general evaluator. And today, the general evaluator was the person who opened the meeting as a presiding officer. He is having a dual role today. He is Toastmaster Lakshmi Narayana. Toastmaster Lakshmi Narayana, could you please explain what you and your team would be doing this afternoon? Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day, Srikanth Krishnan. Good evening once again. The Toastmaster guest is Lakshmi Narayana, the General Evaluator for today's meeting. The General Evaluator role is a role where I'll be looking after the quality of this meeting right from the beginning to the end. And we can also refer me as a quality manager. And I do check this quality, not alone, but I have a team. I'm part of a team. As there are two set of teams. The first team is a tag team, is known as timer, accountant, and the grammarian. The second team is the evaluated team who will be evaluating this prepared speeches. And that evaluation team we will call upon after the table topic session. Now, I'm going to introduce my tag team, the timer, accountant, and the grammarian team. To begin with, I'm going to invite our timer. Today's timer is our distinguished Toastmaster, Venu Nilagandan, who is a very senior Toastmaster, and he is working in Airport Authority of India, a member of Toastmasters International for more than 8 years. Okay, and he's also, when you ask him about himself, what is a very, when he say what he's doing in Toastmaster, I fondly remember his famous statement, like he's a very active and purposeful Toastmaster. So let me invite our distinguished Toastmaster, the timer of today's meeting, to come and explain his role and objective. Over to you, DTM Venu.
Thank you, Gentle Evaluator. Good evening, everyone. I am Venu Nilagandan. Today I am going to play the role of the timer. As a timer, my main role is to track the time limit of every role players and the speakers. And I will show the green cards as like this. On a loss of your minimum time limit, I will show the amber card when you reach the intermediate time limit, and I will show the red card at the end of that, the maximum time limit. For the today we have two prepared speeches, so both are icebreaker. So I will show green card at the end of 4 minutes, and I will show amber card at the maximum of 5 minutes. At the end of 6 minutes, I will show the red card, and I will give a 30-second grace time for every speakers and role players. As far as the TT speaker is concerned, I will show the green card at the end of 1 minute, and I will show amber card at lapse of 1 minute 30 seconds, and I will show the red card at the end of 2 minutes. And again, I will give a 30 seconds grace time to wrap up our speech. And it's for the evaluator, it's a 2 to 3 minutes. I will show the green card at the, on a lapse of 2 minutes. And 2 minutes 30 seconds, I will show the amber card, and at the end of 33 minutes, I will show the red card. And again, evaluator also will get 30 seconds grace time. Thank you. Let's complete our meeting on time. Thanks. I will submit my report at the end of the meeting during the evaluation session when the general evaluator called me to submit that. Thank you. Back to you.
Thank you, DTM Venu Nilagandan, for explaining the purpose of this timer role very clearly. Thank you so much. And now I'll invite the accountant, and today's accountant is Toastmaster Rishi, who is a digital marketer and a yoga teacher. I invite Toastmaster Rishi to explain his role as an accountant. Over to you, Toastmaster Rishi.
Greetings, Mr. Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters and guests. My role is that of the R-counter. So I will note the words and sounds that are used as a crunch or a pause filler. During the meeting, I'll listen for overused words. I will also listen for filler sounds, including and I'll also note when a speaker repeats a word or phrase such as I or this means. And at the end of the meeting, I will submit my report, and the number of times that each speaker used these expressions. Thank you. Over to you, Mr. Toastmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rishi. And now it's time to invite Toastmaster or grammarian Toastmaster Vignesh, who is working as a hardware application engineer in Qualcomm, and his hobby is to explore and build unique skills. I welcome Toastmaster Vignesh to explain his role as a grammarian. Over to you, Vignesh.
Thank you, Toastmaster Lakshmi Narayana, and good evening once again all. Today I will be the grammarian, and I will listen all the good and not so good usages from everyone. Also, it is my responsibility to introduce word of the day. Today, word of the day is, hope you can see my screen. Today, word of the day is loquacity. Adjective form loquacious, which means quality of talking a great deal or talkative. Usage: Toastmasters are renowned for loquacity. In the adjective form, if you want to be an anchor for a TV show, you should be loquacious. If you want to look at the etymology, this word comes from Latin word loquere, which means to speak. This loquere is found in some other words. This root word found in some other words, which are all soliloquy, which means a speech when alone. Solus means alone, loquere to speak. Soliloquist, talk to oneself. A person who talk to themselves when he using mobile or something, he will talk to himself, is called soliloquist. And ventriloquism. Ventris means belly. Loquere means to speak. So art of speaking from belly, or the voice seems comes from some other sources. You might have seen this kind of art, that is called ventriloquism. And colloquial. Con plus loquere. Con means together, loquere to speak. Ordinary informal conversation. Circumlocution. Circum plus loquere. Circum means around and loquere to speak. Use of unnecessary large number of words to express an idea. So, what is the word of the day today?
Paucity.
Yes, correct. And adjective form, loquacious. Thank you. Yes, thank you, Nagendra Bharati sir. I will get back to the report at the end of the meeting. Over to you, General Evaluator, Toastmaster Lakshmi Narayana.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vignesh, for giving that history behind how this word originated, loquacity. And I was thinking that someone who drinks liquor talks a lot, so that's how the word came in. Thanks for giving a detailed explanation about that origin of this word. And also I request you to post this word of the day into the messages so that everyone can look into it. And with that, I hand over the control back to our Toastmaster of the day to continue this other part of the meeting. I'll come back again after the table talking session. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day, Srikanth Krishna.
Thank you very much, General Evaluator. Well, we just heard our General Evaluator brief us on the roles and responsibility of him and his team. Thank you very much for that. And now we are going into the prepared speech. We have two prepared speakers today, and both of them are icebreakers, which would be a time limit of 4 to 6 minutes. And the first speaker, before I call our first speaker, Toastmaster Monica, I would request her evaluator, Toastmaster Geeta, to please explain what the objectives of Toastmaster Monica's speech has to be and how she is going to present her speech. Over to you, Toastmaster Geeta.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Srikanth. Good evening to one and all present today's meeting. Toastmaster Monica is giving her icebreakers, as mentioned by our Toastmaster of the day. She is giving her icebreakers, and her objective is very simple and very clear. She just needs to introduce herself to the club and in the process learn to structure her speech. And the time limit for her speech, as mentioned by our DTM Venu, it is 4 to 6 minutes. All the best to you, Toastmaster Monica, and over to you, Toastmaster Shrikant.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Toastmaster Geeta. Our first speaker is Toastmaster Monica, a very promising and talented Toastmaster who's been behind the scenes and also has come forward to take up a lot of responsibilities and organizing things. And I now welcome, on behalf of all of you, with a big round of applause, Toastmaster Monica, and she's title of her speech is The Best Investment. The Best Investment, Toastmaster Monica.
Thank you, Srikant Krishnan, for the wonderful introduction. Have you ever wondered what could be the best investment that you can ever make in your life? Is it shares of a big multinational company or cryptocurrency, which is a hot topic in all investment discussions? Good evening.
Not the cryptocurrency.
Yeah. Any other suggestions?
Yeah, cryptocurrency. Yeah, it is come under blockchain, right? It is new way of investment.
Good evening, esteemed Toastmasters, distinguished Toastmasters, and my dear guests. According to me, the best investment one can make is investing on oneself. I was born and brought up in a town called Conchitram, which is near Chennai. I was born in a middle class family, and my mom was a homemaker, and my dad is a businessman. He was engaged in the business of dal and pulses. And my sister is a software professional working in a multinational corporation in Chennai. I love to travel and read books. The best book I have ever read in my life is Secret by Rhonda Byrne. I was introduced to the law of attraction by Secret. That book has taught me that if you think positively, the universe gives positive things to you. It helps me to shape emotional intelligence in young tender age. The best place I love to travel is Kerala. It's my favorite destination. And during my childhood, I was imbibed that it's only the education that can transform your life. I did my schooling partly in Kanchipuram and partly in Chennai. I was fortunate enough to get my two best friends in Chennai, AVM Mayathan School in Virgambakam. Soon after my schooling, I was so confused to take up what education, what graduation. I was a silent and an introvert girl in my school who doesn't have any clue about her future. But I was motivated by my vice principal and my parents to take up chartered accountancy course. I didn't have any clue as to how to do that. I should thank my mentors who have guided me and whose guidance has helped me to reach this stage. My chartered accountancy journey was not a bed of roses. It was full of cloud nine and rock bottom. I was on cloud nine when I cleared my ICCC, the second level of CA course, in first attempt. I was literally celebrating all the time. Soon after, a big challenge came before me. It was articleship. 3 full years. I need to work in an audit firm, and I need to manage my studies, and I need to complete my articleship commitment. At that time, I was not aware how to balance the both, and I couldn't make out my CA final in the first attempt. Based on this, my mental strength went for a toss. I was depressed. My father motivated me, and I took a break of almost 1 year. I have attended all my CA final classes again, and finally, In my third attempt, I was able to crack my CA final. But this was also a beginning of another journey. Soon after completing my CA, I was confused what to do. Should I take up industry or should I start practice? During my CA course, I always dreamed to be an auditor of a listed company, doing the audit of a big corporate and signing the financial statements proudly and present it in the AGM. That was my visualization during my CA course. So I joined a big four firm in Chennai. Soon after, I realized it is not just the technical skills, but also managerial and leadership skills will help you to grow gradually in your career. So I started my Toastmaster journey to hone my leadership skills and to be fit to face my professional career. I want to conclude my speech saying, only if you can dream big, you can achieve big. And dream big and achieve big and keep on exploring the opportunities you get. Continuously improve yourself. Thank you. Over to the Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Toastmaster Monica. Welcome once again to this club, which is known to have more number of chartered accountants. It was a very inspiring story of yours, how you transformed yourself and became a chartered accountant. Thank you very much for that wonderful speech. Our second speaker today is Toastmaster Shiva Kumar. And Shiva Kumar's speech is now again an icebreaker speech, which is going to be evaluated by Toastmaster Nagendra Bharati. I request Toastmaster Nagendra Bharati to please read out the objectives of Toastmaster Shiva Kumar's speech. Over to you, Toastmaster Nagendra Bharati.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day, Srikant Kuttikrishnan. Today, our Toastmaster Shiva Kumar is taking up his icebreaker speech under Level 1, Project 1 of Pathway Presentation Mastery. The purpose of this project is for the member to introduce himself to the club and learn the basic structure of public speech. Duration of the speech is 4 to 6 minutes. All the best, Toastmaster Shiva Kumar. Over to you, Toastmaster of the Day, Srikant Kuttikrishnan.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Nagendra Bharati. Toastmaster Shiva Kumar, his speech title is No Magic Will Happen in a Day. No magic will happen in a day. Toastmaster Shiva Kumar, over to you.
Good evening, fellow Toastmaster and guests. I'm going to talk about an interesting story of mine today. When I was 10 years old, I was just watching my grandfather doing some meditation and highly spiritual, well-disciplined. He has very good quality of approaching life. He used to tell me, when you attain right age, I will teach you the secret of living better life. Days passed, he also passed away when I was 16 years old without teaching me the secret. That was kept running in my mind, and I noticed my father was well disciplined and doing meditation every day early morning. I approached my father and asked, Dad, grandfather told me he has some secret to teach me for making magics in life. Do you have any idea about it? He said, Yes, I do the same and I'm aware. I looked at him with excitement and requested him to teach me the secrets. He started teaching me in the weekends and whenever we are free. When he completes the lesson and told me, I have given you all the lesson that I have learned from my father and my guru. I was like, is that the secret my grandfather was talking about? But I didn't express my dissatisfaction with my father. I thanked him with a smile. He had a, you must practice this every day and use it for the benefit of good things in your life. I assured him. Days went, I was not practicing anything. My dad came to me one day and said, I can understand, still you don't believe in the lesson that I have given you. You are still thinking of magic that can happen in an overnight. It's okay. He continued, I will give you one last lesson so that you will not feel bad of missing me, same like how you are missing your grandfather. After he passed away, this time I was so curious to take that last lesson. As he well aware, I was so curious on inventing something new on those days. He nicely added, "Nothing is invented in this world, all are reinvented." I asked him, "What does it mean?" He replied, "Which means the universe has everything. Somebody starts searching it and they get it. Universe wish to give us whatever we ask, but we are not asking in a right way. So if I am not there in future, ask universe in a correct way, it will answer you. As usual, I am not convinced." Days went, he left me very recently. I was like, I was not practicing anything as of now, same like. Then I met a friend of mine. He was talking about a book. He explained me something about, about some books, and I was very curious about it. Shockingly, the book of foreign author talks about the same concept that my dad taught me in his last lesson. I believe you must be knowing the book, which is The Secret. Yes. Now I thank my dad for giving me those lessons without any cost and taught me the art of living better life. My takeaway in this lesson is no magic will happen in a day. Thank you all for giving me this opportunity. Back to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you very much, Shiva Kumar. What would stay with me listening to your speech for a very long time is that nothing is invented, everything is reinvented. What a profound statement that is. Thank you very much. Now, let me share with you something very interesting for some, and it should be shocking for many. What you see in your watch or the clock that is hanging in front of you is not the time that is ticking, it's your life that is ticking. No one knows what is the time that is left for each and every one of us. Absolutely no one, not even your parents, not even you, or not even anybody. And every second that is ticking away, we are getting closer and closer to the place called as a graveyard. So, what is it you're waiting for? What is it that's stopping you of thinking what you can do today, you will be able to do tomorrow? Tomorrow, my dear friend, never comes, and time and tide waits no man. Every second is the most precious gift that you have, and every second that you waste is a precious gift you are wasting, and you would be regretting one day, why didn't I ever have the time to accomplish what I set my heart and the goal that I wanted to do? Time is precious, my dear friends. Every second is valuable. You need to value that. The most amount of time that we spend is on something which does not give us any returns. We spend our time on mobile, watching TV, and all that it does is to earn revenue for the company to which we are being addicted. So think over it. Let me get back to you with more tips and how to handle the situation of managing time and change. Now that we are finished with our prepared speech, we are going to the next exciting part of today's meeting is the table topic, where, as I've told you, we have a table topic master, Toastmaster Naveen, who would be conducting the session, and he would be calling any one of us at random, given a topic, and you need to speak on that. I welcome Toastmaster Naveen, our table topic master today. Over to you, Toastmaster Naveen.
Thank you, Toastmasters Srikant Kuttikrishnan. Dear Toastmasters and guests, I am Toastmaster Naveen Raj, your table topic master. The purpose of the table topic master is to facilitate table topics where guests and members will have the opportunity to practice their impromptu speaking. I will introduce a topic and call on speakers who will be given 2 minutes to speak on the subject, and you have to speak minimum of 1 minute to qualify for voting best table topic speaker, and for yellow up to 1 minute 30 seconds, and red minute at the maximum time of your speech. Now I would like to call distinguished Toastmaster Nina John, ma'am.
Yes, sir.
And your topic will be "The way is not in the sky, the The way is not in the sky, the way is in the heart. Over to you.
The way is not in the sky, the way is in the heart. When we look back at the Toastmaster speech that we just heard, there is nothing in this world that is new or original. We just have to find where it is. So in exactly the same way, we have to understand whenever we look at something and we want to project success and we want to do everything, we try and achieve it without working for it. With due respect to a lot of Toastmasters that I have met, I find that there is what I call the syndrome of ambition and aspiration without perspiration. People just want a title, or they want success. They want it without hard work. They want it handed to them on a platter, and they will talk a lot about it, be very loquacious about it. But unless you look into your heart and decide what is the way I want to achieve this, are the means that I use the right way, and am I putting in the right effort to achieve what I want, we will not be successful. So I would say, trust your heart, trust your mind, work hard, and success will be yours at any time. Back to you, sir.
Thank you, distinguished Toastmaster Neena Jan ma'am.
Welcome.
Now, I would like to call Toastmaster Kartika.
Hello, Toastmaster Naveen.
Your topic will be reality is wrong, dreams are for real. Reality is wrong, dreams are for real. Over to you, Toastmaster Kartika.
Okay, so the topic is reality is wrong, dreams are for real. So it so happens that I actually woke up shivering one day, thinking that I have failed my CA exams again, because the dream which I had was so real. Because I have given the CA exam, I think about the third time. It took me 3 attempts to clear the CA exams, and you have this inherent fear within you that you would no matter how much hard work you put in, there is one subject which goes right, one subject which goes wrong, and you need to get that perfect balance to get all the 4 or 8 subjects in fact right. So I think in a way it's that was the day I realized that dreams can be so real when in fact reality is different. Reality is in fact that I'm a child accountant. So thank you, Toastmaster, for this wonderful.
Thank you, Toastmaster Kartika. Now I would like to call Toastmaster Geeta.
Yes, hi, Toastmaster Naveen.
Your topic will be best view comes after the hardest climb. Best view comes after the hardest climb.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Naveen, for this wonderful topic. Good evening to one and all present here. So this is something I truly believe in. This is exactly what I think DTM Neena ma'am also tried to tell us, that ambitions, being passionate about something, wanting so many things is just not enough. And to achieve all that you have to put in the perseverance, your effort, everything is important. But what we generally do is we always looking for shortcuts. So this doesn't work all the time. And if we want real success in real time, then all we need to do is to put our best foot forward. We might fail once, we might fail twice, we might fail the third time as well. But then finally, once we put all our efforts, and we will surely see what we need to achieve. In short, whatever we need to achieve will automatically fall into our path. So dear fellow Toastmasters and guests, the best view is always possible only when you climb the hardest path and go way forward with total perseverance and with so much of belief in yourselves. So once you believe in yourselves, you will truly, truly achieve. And it's not sufficient you believe in yourself. It is also important that you put in all your efforts. And once you put in all your efforts, then everything is that you dream is going to come true. Over to you, Toastmaster Naveen.
Thank you, Toastmaster Geeta. Now I would like to call guest Vikraman.
Hello. Hello.
Yeah. Your topic will be a picture is worth 1,000 words. A picture is worth 1,000 words. Over to you, Vikraman.
Hey everyone, I'm Vikraman Pachaman. The current topic to me is picture is worth 1,000 words. So in 1990s, during the globalization period, I think in South Africa, there was this photojournalist who clicked a photo of a small boy, maybe around 3 years old, who's lying dead and a scavenger was eating him. Now, this photo was spoken all around the world, and the people are saying that some people are talking about how Africa is very poor or something like that, and the others were like how the journalists could have helped the boy, and so just in a picture, a picture just impacted and it may. Okay, I'm very bad at it. Sorry about that. A single picture just started a debate, and similarly, these in French Revolution and during the Renaissance period, more than texts, more than speeches, a lot of paintings inspired people. Flags inspired people, and symbols inspired people. It gave them food for thought. And with that, I would like to end my speech. Sorry about that. Over to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you, guest Vikraman. It was a nice attempt. Now I would like to call Toastmaster Palanisamy. And your topic will be yesterday you said tomorrow, just do it. Yesterday you said tomorrow, just do it. Over to you, Toastmaster Palanisamy.
Good evening, Toastmasters. Good evening, guests. Actually, probably this topic is ideal for me because, in many situations, I postpone things, and including joining Toastmasters. I attended as a guest nearly 10 years ago. Out of fear, I postponed things. See, for me, apart from my technical skills, I wanted to improve my leadership skills. That is the reason I attended the Toastmasters as a guest. But thinking of what others think if I'm doing wrong. So this thought, kept me postponing things, including enhancing my leadership skill, only to realize that about 4 years ago, I missed an opportunity to become a country head of the company which I was working. So based on my experience, I would say that let us stop postponing things and let us start doing things when we think, this is need for us, for our personal growth, for the personal benefit of the society. So I would say, let us not think about tomorrow. Let us start doing things from today, that too from now. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Palanisamy. Now I would like to call guest Karthik.
Hello.
Yes.
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening, Karthik. And your topic will be stay hopeful, you never know what tomorrow will bring. Stay hopeful, you never know what tomorrow will bring. Over to you, Karthik.
Thank you. Hope. Yeah, good evening, everyone. Hope, that's the best word I can right now think of, because without hope, nothing can work. Little nervous, I guess. Sorry about it. Can you just give me the topic again, please?
Stay hopeful, you never know what tomorrow will bring.
Yeah, without hope, nothing works. We have to be always hopeful, because if you take, we all go through a lot of stuff. When we are going through a tough time, like we will be thinking like, if we don't have hope at all, we don't have any strength to go ahead with and anything to do in life. So during those very tough period, only hope is the only that's the only hope. I mean, hope is the only way we can just, only with that we can just proceed ahead with. Yeah, I think that's the thing. I'm a little nervous, I believe.
Thank you, guest Karthik. It was a nice attempt.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Now, I would like to call guest Satish Kumar.
Hi, yeah, good evening to all.
Yeah. Your topic will be a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Over to you, Satish.
Yeah, okay. Thank you, Mr. Naveen. Yeah, my topic is journey of 1,000 miles, starting with single thing. So, like, even for numbers, if we're going to 1,000, we cannot directly say 1,000. We have to start with 1, 2, 3 like that. So not only in numbers, in even letters and everything is like that only. So it will be in life also. We have to start with learning. Like if you want to become a teacher, or we want to become a leader, or whatever maybe, you have to start with learning. Then learning, practice, then finally you will get a leader. So I hope that starting with study, learning, and practice, then you will become a leader. This is my view. Thank you.
Thank you, guest Karthik. It was a nice attempt. And is anyone interested to take the topic?
Yes, Toastmaster.
Yes, Nadraj here. Yes, just I'm trying.
Yes. Monica, I will call you on after guest Nadraj.
Sure.
And guest Nadraj, for you, your topic is the early bird catches the worm. The early bird catches the worm. Over to you, Nadraj.
Yeah. It's true for in many times. Early bird, we all will award, which are all make them to come forward and participate. Just try on it. If we try well, definitely we get good appreciation, and also we get motivated to participate in across the table, or we can able to make ourselves. The situation comes, we should not hesitate. We try ourselves. We try to whatever the failure comes, we have to learn from that. Things we wherever we go, the trying is not wrong. So it is good thing. Early bird will go and catch the worm. Definitely, it means a lot of experience in life, which in future we get a lot of awards and promotions in our life, which are lesson to others. So it is good for participate and rising and in a crowd as a first. Thanks. Thank you.
Thank you, guest Natraj. It was a nice attempt. And this is the last topic of our table topic session. I would like to call Toastmaster Monica.
Yes, Toastmaster.
Your topic is when it hurts, observe life is trying to teach you something. When it hurts, observe life is trying to teach you something. Over to you, Toastmaster Monica.
Thank you for the wonderful topic, Toastmaster Navi. I always believe we can learn from our failures. The failures will teach us and it will transform us to a newer person. It's up to us. We learn and explore new things. When I face failures in my life, I took the help of my mentors who have pointed out the mistakes that I have done in my life and helped me to transform into a better person. And consequently, they also guided me how to get rid of the failures and achieve success. Hence, I believe that it's important that we learn from people around us and from mistakes of us to grow in our life. Thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster Monica. With this, we came to the end of our table topic session. I time distinguished Toastmaster the qualified table topic speakers for the vote.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Navi. Yes, please, DTM Venu Nilagandan, please go ahead with the names of qualified TT speakers.
Yes, thank you, TMOD. The qualified TT speakers who took more than 1 minute are TTM Nina, Toastmaster Kartika, Toastmaster Geeta, guest Vikraman, Toastmaster Palanisamy, guest Karthik, guest Natraj, and Toastmaster Monica. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, distinguished Toastmaster Venu Nilagandan. So guests and Toastmasters, it's up to you to decide who you would like to vote as the best prepared speaker as well as the TT speaker. Coming back to the importance of time, it is so valuable that once it slips through your fingers, you're never going to get it back. And we take it for granted that I've been telling you that we take every second of our life for granted that it is going to stay, but it is not going to stay. It is just passing by and we are losing control of it. And when you sit and think over it, you would realize how important time has been and how much we have been wasting. The importance of time. Let me share a quick story, a very short story that I would like to share with you about the importance of time. Every morning in Africa, in the desert or the forest, when the sun comes up, a deer wakes up, and the first thought in its mind is that it has to run faster and so fast that it has to outpace the lion so that it doesn't get killed and become a food for the lion. And for the lion, though it is so mighty, powerful, strong, every animal fears the lion. but there is not going to be a deer that is going to come in front of it and say, come on, eat me up. The lion has to run faster than the deer if it has to make a meal and feed its family. That's the importance of every second of the time and the pace at which it is going. We just celebrated New Year. We are heading towards the mid of the year. What have we accomplished? And we never know what is the time left for us. Please have this in mind. Don't take time for granted. It may never, or it will never come back to you once it is gone forever. With this, we are going to the final part of today's meeting, the general evaluation, which is going to be conducted by our general evaluator, Toastmaster Lakshmi Narayana. Toastmaster Lakshmi Narayana, we welcome you once again to conduct the general evaluation session. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shrikant Krishnan. Good evening once again, Toastmasters and guests. And now we are getting into the third part of the session, as the evaluation session, where we're going to evaluate the two prepared speakers who gave the speeches, the icebreaker speeches, just before the tabletop session. To begin with, to evaluate Toastmaster Monica, I'm going to invite her evaluator, Toastmaster Geeta. The Toastmaster Geeta is a homemaker and has passion for reading. I welcome Toastmaster Geeta to evaluate Toastmaster Monica. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Lakshmi Narayana, and good evening one and all once again. And special good evening to Toastmaster Monica. Toastmaster Monica, it didn't appear to me that you were giving your icebreaker speech or this was your first speech in the club. You had a wonderful audience engage. In short, like you put forward your questions to the audience. You had sufficient pause for the audience to respond to your question. That was really wonderful on your part. You also had a beautiful message for us audience. You went on to tell us that it is very important for a person to invest in oneself. I initially thought that you were talking about work and health balancing, wherein you said that, I thought you were trying to say that you should also invest in your health. But then you went a step ahead and said that it is very important to upskill yourself. And that's why you exactly are in the Toastmasters today. So that was also a really wonderful message to keep upskilling, upgrading ourselves, and your purpose of joining the Toastmasters also. So that was also beautifully put by you. In the process, we also learned a lot about you. We understood that you're a chartered accountant by profession. We learned a lot about your parents, your sister, and your education and all of that. So that was also a beautiful way of putting forward your points. And in the process, we understood that your speech was so beautifully structured. And you also could deliver your thought process within the stipulated time, which is 4 to 5 minutes. So that was also beautiful on your part. Kudos on that part as well. And coming to a few, I just have 2 recommendations for you. The first recommendation, I think what you should work on in your next speeches, try leaving your hands free or have an open gesture. So that will help you appear a little less nervous on the stage. And my second recommendation is that probably you could come a little closer to the camera or your instrument so that we could hear you a little more louder. This will again show you that you're a little more confident in whatever you're saying and speaking. Probably you can work on these 2 aspects. On the whole, it was a beautifully structured speech. Your speech required you to introduce yourself to the club and you did wonders. You did it so beautifully and we also enjoyed listening to you. All you can do is you can just work on these 2 small aspects, which is like trying to have an open gesture and you can come a little closer so that you can appear a little louder and a little more confident. Over to you. Over to you, General Evaluator Toastmaster Lakshmi Narayana.
Thank you, Toastmaster Geeta, for an excellent evaluation. I'm sure Monica has a key takeaway from this evaluation. Thank you so much. And now let's move on to the second and the last speaker, which is evaluation of the last speaker, which is again an icebreaker speech. And to evaluate Toastmaster Shiva Kumar's speech, we have our Toastmaster Nagendra Bharati. Toastmaster Nagendra Bharati is a retired techno-functional manager, a speaker, and a writer in both English and Tamil. He has won first place in area level humor speech contests many times in the past. I mean, a couple of times in the past. So I welcome Toastmaster Nagendra Bharati to evaluate Toastmaster Shiva Kumar. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, General Evaluator Toastmaster Lakshmi Narayana. I can't believe that this is the icebreaker speech of Toastmaster Shiva Kumar. He has already broken the ice and has brought the ice particles and sprinkled on us on this summer day, making us very happy. The opening, body, and the closing, they are all very well structured. He aroused our curiosity by saying that his grandfather was telling that he is going to reveal a secret, but he passed away without passing the secret to him. That opening itself aroused our curiosity to listen to his speech very attentively. He kept that secret throughout the speech, and at last, when he revealed the secret, that there is no secret at all, that everything is already happened, and you are only reinventing that. It was a beautiful finish. And that also by quoting that famous book, The Secret. We learned the secret. We thank you for that. Coming to recommendation, I could see that he could go extended the secret for some more time, utilizing the time given to him fully, so that he could have made himself eligible for this Best Speaker Award. Because I was sure that he is going to get that Best Speaker Award. But as he could not go up to that 4 minutes, he missed the chance. Maybe a little bit of practice on time management would be definitely helpful for him in his future speeches. Otherwise, the point he has drawn to us, that the life is beyond our control, and whatever loquacity we have to explain whatever we intend to say, it is of no avail. We have to only reinvent. But while reinventing, we have the unique way of reinventing, and that magic will not happen in a day. That will take time. What a beautiful message he has conveyed to us. Thank you, Toastmaster Shiva Kumar. Over to you, General Evaluator Toastmaster Lakshmi Narayana.
Thank you, Toastmaster Nagendra Bharati, for a wonderful evaluation. I'm sure it's an evaluation as inputs for most of us. Thank you so much, sir. And now we are coming back to the evaluation is done. We are going to have the tag report, the timer account, and the grammarian report. So to begin with, let me invite our timer, DTM Venu Nilagandan, to present his timer report. Over to you, DTM Venu Nilagandan.
Thank you, General Evaluator. Today, the meeting started exactly at 4 o'clock. The time taken by TMOD is 4 minutes, 38 seconds. And General Evaluator overall taken around 5 minutes. And speaker 1 took 5 minutes, 26 seconds. And speaker 2, Toastmaster Shiva Kumar, took 3 minutes, 38 seconds. And as far as TT speaker is concerned, DTM Nina took 1 minute 34 seconds. Toastmaster Kartika took 1 minute 13 seconds. Toastmaster Geeta took 1 minute 36 seconds. Guest Vikram took 1 minute 43 seconds. And Toastmaster Palanisamy 1 minute 31 seconds. Guest Kartik 1 minute 18 seconds. Guest Sadish Kumar took 47 seconds. Guest Nadraj took 1 minute 19 seconds. And Monica took 1 minute 1 second. And as far as evaluator is concerned, Toastmaster Geeta took 2 minutes 48 seconds, and Toastmaster Nagendra Bharati took 2 minutes 35 seconds. So this is my time report. Thank you for the opportunity. Back to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Tamer, for detailed Tamer report. And I also thanks for giving this report, qualified report on time as well. Thank you so much. And now let's move on to the accountant report. Let me invite our accountant Rishi to provide his accountant report. Over to you, Rishi.
Thank you, Toastmaster Lakshmi Narayan. I'll share my account report right now. Okay. First, Steve Monica used to ask in a speech in a table topic. Then the table topic session, TM Karthika used T-us in a speech. Guest Vikraman used to E in his speech. TMG Palaniswamy. Guest Karthik used to in his speech. Guest Sadish Kumar used to Guest Nagaraj used to and Team Monica used to in a table topic speech also. So that's the report. Back to you, Toastmaster Lakshmi Narayan. Thank you.
Thank you to Toastmaster Rishi. Now let's move on to the grammarian report, and let's get the grammarian report from our loquacious speaker, Toastmaster Vignesh. Over to you, Vignesh.
Thank you, Toastmaster Lakshmi Narayan, General Evaluator. Thank you once again, and good evening once again, dear fellow Toastmaster. And today, word of the day was used by Toastmaster Nagendra Bharati. Put round of applause to him for using the word of the day. I could not hear any other used word of the day. If I missed, please let me know. And some of the good usages, Toastmaster Srikanth Kuttikrishnan as a Tina Modi, he used some words: brand new leaders, credibility, and quotes like time and tide wait for no one, take it for granted, which means assume something true. And Toastmaster Monica as a prepared speaker used on cloud nine, which means extremely happy, bottom rock, which means the lowest possible level, and the quote, dream big, you will get a lot. And Toastmaster Nagendra Bharati used a metaphor like throw the ice to our face, ice as a speech. So the metaphor ice compared to speech. And TTM Nina John used some of the quotes, sentences like people wants aspiration, inspiration without perspiration. And guest Karthik used without hope, nothing will work. Guest Nataraj used a quote, rising in a crowd. And Toastmaster Monica used failures are the lessons for success. The not so good usages was you had audience engage. It has to be you had audience engagement. So it is a noun have to use. Yes, that's all my report. Back to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vignesh. Today I saw you as a English teacher teaching us mostly on English words and also some corrections. Thank you so much for that detailed report. And now it's time for my General Evaluator report. I'm going to give a very short report. So the meeting started as on time, 4 o'clock. Kudos to the whole team, including Sajra Tams. Most of these speaker role players joined on time, and they also had an audio video check. And thanks to them, thanks to everyone. Though the key role players were connected, I still request any other role players to connect earlier, because we need to avoid the last minute joining and ensure that the meeting is not getting disrupted because of this last minute join. The reason is we come up with an agenda. The agenda has to go as per the schedule. Only if you cooperate, if you join on time, that will be more helpful rather than putting us in a question mark whether you are going to join or whether we need to continue with the role player or we need to skip the role player. So please, I request in general to all the role players to connect just before start of the meeting and continue until the end of this meeting. And continue with that, the Toastmaster of the day had an excellent theme, and he he gave an excellent introduction and continued with the introduction of the each prepared speakers. We had two great icebreakers sessions. Yes, one speaker. I mean, though it was still a short time, I really appreciate it because it doesn't look like a first time speech. Kudos to the two speakers, and also equally appreciate the evaluation for a very critical evaluation, which really is going to help the speakers as well to improve their speeches and admire their good qualities in the speeches. And the table topic session was well done by our Toastmaster Naveen. He had excellent topics and easy topics, which was made comfortable both the Toastmasters and the guests. And I could see many guests were opening up and they're trying to come and requesting to give an opportunity to deliver a table topic session. That's the best part of the table topic session. And overall, the meeting went on well, and specifically the tag roles, they played a very important role. It was done very well. They captured all the points very well, including the timer, the account, and the grammarian. And overall, the meeting went very well. I appreciate all the team members, all the role players, and the members of the guests for making sure the meeting went on with a good quality. So with that, I hand over the control back to our Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Srikanth Kuttikrishnan.
Thank you very much, General Evaluator. Can we have the polls launched? And before I leave you here, something that I want to share with you, I want to thank each one of you, the Toastmasters and guests who have been so wonderful. And I'm sure that you enjoyed today's meeting. It is a great experience for all of us. And I'm sure each one of you are very good at time management. And that is one reason, the passion and the dream that you have is a reason that has brought you to be a member of a Toastmasters club. And yes, you also have a dream and a passion to achieve more and to become the true person that is lying dormant in you. You are here in a Toastmasters club, which is the right platform where you can achieve more. And also, as I keep saying, give back more, because this life, I believe, is to give than to take. And also you can become a person that you always wanted to be. And in this 24 hours that is given to you, you have been doing a lot. Maybe you can do a little more and be satisfied when you hit the pillow at night saying, I'm going to sleep with something that I've accomplished, that I've set my heart and my soul. Thank you once again. It's been a wonderful to be your host and to be a part of today's meeting. I very humbly and with a lot of pride in me, I hand over the podium back to our presiding officer, Toastmaster Lakshmi Narayana. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Srikanth Kuttikrishnan. And I think this the poll is going on. And in the meantime, I want to recognize the first-time role players. To begin with, our account Toastmaster Rishi is doing this account role for the first time. Let's give him a big round of applause for doing a wonderful job. And as a customary of Toastmasters, Chennai Toastmasters Club, we had two icebreakers today, both from Monica and from Toastmaster Shiva Kumar. I think it's time to give a standing ovation. So for whoever it's possible, let's give a standing ovation to the icebreakers. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. So as the meeting goes on, so once this meeting is done, we'll be having elections here. So as the polls are going on, let me get the guest feedback from the guests available here. Let's start with guest Natraj. Yes, Natraj, are you there?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm there, sir. It is very nice. 2 years before I participated before Corona when happened in Egmore, so I'm unable to participate meeting. It is very nice, and it is very good. We develop our skills and interacting with each other getting immediate correction wherever we making mistake. It is very nice. Henceforth, I will try to continue participate in this. I want to be part of in this. All the best to all the participants today. I want to be continue. It is very nice. It is useful for everyone.
Thank you, Nadraj. You can contact our VP membership, Deepak Thompson, later to know more about the membership. Okay. Guess Karthik.
Sure. Yeah.
Sorry. Thank you. Yes, Karthik.
Yeah, hi. Hello.
Thanks for giving a table topic session. Can you give your feedback about this meeting?
Yeah, I attended the meeting in person in Egmore, maybe 2-3 years back. Then only I just spoke to you over phone. Yeah, I really liked it because I just forgot what the Toastmasters meeting is all about. I really like that thing. Like as he said, like the immediate corrections, it is always helpful to do. More than that, it gives these kind of meetings, like it gives us the hope to go ahead and speak before the crowd. So I really like that.
Thank you. So, but since you've been there, the physical venue as well, do you see any difference in the online and physical meeting? Just curious to know.
Mainly the reason I wanted to join Toastmasters is to overcome the fear of public speaking. I prefer more than online meetings, I prefer to have the physical meetings so that, because I don't know, I was a little nervous today. I've attended a lot of other meetings over Zoom and other things, but yeah, for time being, it's better with online, but almost I always prefer physical meeting. It will be better.
Thank you. Yeah, I consider your feedback as well. Thank you. Guest Vikraman, are you there? Vikraman Parthikan.
Yes, sir.
Hi. So, can I have your feedback about this meeting?
It was a good session, but the thing that is, it's very new for me to hear words like Toastmaster, grammarian. These terms are like something like from a game. So this is kind of new to me. It's an amazing session, and I felt like I was put on the spot during the improv session, so I couldn't speak properly. I hope I can improve my public speaking skills. Thank you.
Thank you. As you keep attending the meeting, you'll get used to those sorts, grammarian, timer, coder as well. Please come attend our meetings. Thank you. And guest Saran Sundar.
Hello, sir. I'm Renuka.
Hi, Renuka. Oh.
So, hello, sir. This is my third meeting as guest, and I want to improve my public speaking skill. That's why I have joined here.
Yeah.
Hope very soon I'll join in the team of Toastmasters. So one thing I just want to tell is, you people are what to say? You are very good in speaking skills, and you people are highly professional, and you are all well settled to be seen. And but still, you are working on this for the growth of people like me. So hats off to you all, and spending your time a lot for the growing people. So thank you so much, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Renika. The fact is, we are all learning together. It's not like we are teaching you or you teaching. We are all learning together. Just that, like you, we are also one among you only. Don't worry about it. And please contact our VP membership, Deepak, for any membership details if you want to continue.
Sure, sir. Sure, sir. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much. And guest Prasad, I think this is the last guest. Guest Prasad, are you there? No, okay. Okay, so I think we are done with the guest feedbacks, and thank you so much. And now it's time to announce the results of the poll we had recently. And let's start with the best tag player. And today's the tag between the timer, operator, and grammarian. Today's best tag player is our grammarian, DTM Venu. Timer, DTM Venu Nilakanta. And the best table topic speaker is none other than our distinguished Toastmaster, Nina Jandan. The best role player for today is between Toastmaster of the Day and General Evaluator is our Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Srikanth Kuttikrishnan. The best evaluator for today's meeting between two evaluators is today's Toastmaster Geeta. And finally, the best speaker is obviously Toastmaster Monica. Thank you so much. And with that, we are coming to the end of this meeting. I formally adjourn the meeting to the next meeting, which is going to be our milestone meeting next week, next Sunday at next Sunday. And let's meet there again. And I'll formally adjourn this meeting today. Thank you. You can stop the recording. And I request, we are going to have an election session followed by this is only strictly